Hey everyone, it's Luke with RO-BERG Concrete Repair Specialist. We're bringing you a new series called Inside the Repair. Episode 1 is a driveway in Pearland, Texas. So this driveway in Pearland, Texas was sinking about 3 inches from the center up into the first panel. And it had been going on for about a year and a half according to the homeowner, and it was starting to cause damage to his vehicle as he was going in and out of it. Now this is very common in our area of Texas due to our soils. So without a doubt there was a lot of erosion going on underneath the panel, and over time and lack of rainfall, our clay is very expansive, and as it decreases in moisture it dehydrates, starts to shrink, as well as whenever it gets hydrated you start to see the soil improve. But once the soil started to dehydrate, the concrete started to sink, and then once it goes down it won't never come back up the same way by itself. For this repair, we chose to lift and level the concrete using a polyurethane foam. Polyurethane foam method is half the cost of replacement and a fraction of the time. This job only took 2 hours to lift and level back into its glory, versus if you had to demo and pour it back, you would have to deal with city permits, multiple days of work, and then you're unable to use the surface for 7 days once it's poured. The great thing about the polyurethane foam is as it expands, it compacts the soil below the concrete. Once it's compacted and stable enough to hold the concrete begins to lift. And the process for this is really simple. Depending on how the concrete sinks is dependent on where we drill our holes. So the first thing we do is we identify where the low areas are, and how, if we were to put foam there and it was to lift from that point, how would it affect the concrete around it. So we drill 3/8 inch holes, which is about the size of an ink pen, and we inject, once the holes are drilled, we inject the polyurethane foam. Now the foam will go in, it spreads for about 7 seconds, and then it starts to expand. And as it expands, it's pushing that old dirt down, and as that dirt reaches its maximum of compaction, then we start to see rise. So sometimes we'll spend a good bit of time on one area, but the concrete's not really going up yet until that dirt is compacted. And once we're injected and it's all leveled out, we simply just patch the holes with cement and blend it in as best as we can to the driveway. Now, it only took 2 hours for this one. Some of them take a little bit longer, some of them shorter, depending on how much material we need. We always recommend that the homeowner remove his vehicle from his garage and his driveway and parks on the street in case he wants to run to the store or he's got errands to run. This homeowner was there almost the whole time watching. He really enjoyed seeing the process, was really amazed on how the process worked, and at the end of the day was thrilled that we were able to get his concrete back in working order in a very minimal amount of time. The great thing about using polyurethane foam to lift and level your concrete is once we're done, you have a level surface, and within 45 minutes you can park, drive, do whatever you would like to do, or whatever the concrete's intended to do on top of that surface. We'd like to say thank you to the homeowner for trusting in us to make that repair for them. We understand that your home is a large investment, and we take that into account while we're working there. If you or someone else is experiencing what you saw in this video, please feel free to reach out and give us a call. We do offer free estimates and a 2-year warranty. Now, it's always better to reach out sooner than later, because sometimes as the concrete starts to sink more, or it may be where we can't lift and level it due to the deterioration of it. Now that would cost more and we would have to go to replacement, but we're trying to fix that before that happens. So please reach out and give us a call. Again, my name is Luke. This is our very first episode of Inside the Repair. I hope you found this video very valuable, and thank you for watching.